This is the AI News Flash for August 16th, 9 a.m. UTC. First up, the Israeli government is trying to shape what AI chatbots say about Gaza and the IDF, according to the Israeli tech outlet Calcalist. The body behind it is the Government Advertising Agency of the Government of Israel. The method was to create a fictitious think tank called the Hanover Institute for Public Policy and publish unsigned articles through it. The articles were formatted as question and answer pairs, matched to the kinds of queries people typically put to a chatbot. The budget was $100,000, framed as creating and distributing informative materials designed to educate the U.S. public about Israel. Calculus confirmed that both ChatGPT and Perplexity had cited articles from this non-existent institute as sources. 3 organizations were involved. The French advertising group Havas Media, a boutique agency called Piro that created the institute, and a U.S. startup called Rez that operates the website. Piro founder Daniel Rosenberg said Piro was hired by the Israeli government to integrate accurate and authoritative facts into the public discourse and to combat misinformation about Israel with verified information. Next, the first person to be jailed for protesting AI has begun serving her sentence. Her name is Winseth Kaufman, and she is 69 years old.
It goes back to February 22, 2025. Kaufman and members of the activist group Stop AI protested outside OpenAI's corporate offices. They placed a chain on the front door, locked it with a large padlock, and sat down in front of it.
A San Francisco jury convicted her on 4 misdemeanor counts, including trespassing with intent to interfere with a business, unlawful assembly, and refusal to disperse at a riot. The sentence is 14 days in jail because every day behind bars earns 2 days of credit. She will actually serve 7. Her fines and fees can instead be settled with 128 hours of community service. She turned herself in at San Francisco's Hall of Justice this week. On the eve of surrendering, she was tailoring an old pair of jeans while talking to reporters and said she is not the one who should be in jail. Her message to OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta was regain your humanity. Third, South Korea's SK Square is turning the windfall from SK Hynix into firepower for AI and semiconductor deals. Second quarter operating profit came in at 19.24 trillion won, up 1,273.8% year over year. Net profit was 18.68 trillion won, up 1,190.5%. Market capitalization reached 147 trillion won, lifting the company from 23rd to 3rd on Korea's main bourse. SK Square holds roughly a 20% stake in SK Hynix. The money is going to 3 places. First, a newly established AI innovation unit that drives AI adoption across portfolio companies and integrates AI agents into the investment process itself. Second, the overseas investment arm, TGC Square, which is deploying capital into AI and semiconductor firms in the United States and Japan to capture more of the supply chain. Third, shareholder returns. The company has already canceled 40 billion won in treasury shares and plans an additional 70 billion won buyback by early 2027. Management said it will actively communicate with shareholders to enhance corporate value and prepare for AX innovation and new semiconductor investments. And finally, the South China Morning Post published a hands-on piece from handing 24 hours of control to Xiaowei, the AI agent Tencent has built into WeChat. Xiaowei is currently positioned as a trial feature, available through early access. The platform underneath it, WeChat, is used by over 1 billion people, which on scale alone makes this one of the largest consumer AI agent deployments in the world. What the test showed is that Xiaowei is not just a chatbot that talks. It worked as an action-oriented agent, making reservations and placing orders. At the same time, the reporter noted it was an occasional exercise in frustration. Tencent highlighted Xiaowei for the first time in its latest earnings results, touting its focus on user privacy and inference efficiency. The article closes by calling it a fascinating, promising glimpse into the future of apps. That's all for this AI News Flash.